Hey, everybody, and welcome to Year End Send Off. I'm here with some of my friends in spiritual life, and we're excited to put something together for you that is not going to be exactly like Yes Chapel. It's not going to be exactly like Baccalaureate, but we wanted to put something together that was special to bless you and to encourage you. And one of the things we love doing at the end of every year is we love to say a big thank you to all those who have contributed to make ministry at APU awesome this year.
Yeah, and so I just would love to say I've gotten to work particularly close with two groups this year. And the first one is our chapel bands. And I just want to thank each and every one of you. It's been such a privilege to get to worship with you in chapel this year, and even towards the end of the year through our live streams. And for all of our chapel band members, I want to thank you for your passion and your effort in helping invite us into a worshipful space in chapel this past year. You've done an amazing job, and I'm so grateful for you. And I cannot wait to worship with you again in person when all of this calms down. But I also want to say thank you to everyone that was a part of Senior Chapel this year, for those who attended, for those who helped serve on the leadership team. It's been a really amazing year. We've gotten to even talk about some things that have been really prophetic to this season. We've talked about God being strong in our weakness. We've talked about fear. We've talked about just a lot of other really great topics that relate to the season that we're in. And I've just been so grateful for that space and grateful for everyone's effort in making that chapel happen. Thank you to our leadership team for your time and your energy and really being intentional and making the space a meaningful time for our seniors. So thank you.
I want to say a special thank you to all of those students who have participated in service in some time during the last academic year. I want you to know that the community of Azusa is better because of your involvement. We've seen so much happen in LA through the different ways that we're getting engaged in that community. We see all over our nation your fingerprints as we've gotten to do service here across through Paradise, California, and in so many other capacities. And thank you to those who did get the chance to serve internationally through our fall and spring break trips. For those of you who didn't get a chance to go on your summer action team, man, we are still so bummed about that. But we can trust that the Lord is still moving in each of those communities. And so thank you for the hard work that you have put in through service throughout this academic year. We're grateful for you.
And I would like to thank Media Services for just allowing us to accomplish so much in the chapel spaces, particularly in Kaleo. We want to thank how you stepped it up this past few months with just our weekly rhythms and helped us to continue to communicate with all of our students while we're in this just different season. We want to thank Campus Safety. We want to thank you for all the hard work that you've done this entire school year to help us to feel safe in those corporate worship settings. And then we want to thank the Kaleo SWAT team and the band. Thank you for all the hard work and prayer that you have put forth to create such a special and unique space in Kaleo, as well as all of our students who showed up week by week and just prayed with us and studied scripture with us. Thank you for helping that community to be such a special and unique community for us.
Couple thank yous from me. One group that is involved all over campus all the time and is involved in every single chapel, but behind the scenes, is our amazing events team. Thank you for all of the work. I know there are crews that go in late at night sometimes or early in the morning when no one else is around to make sure that our chapel venues are all set up. Thank you for the great work this year. It is not unseen. And then for our team in judicial affairs with card monitors and so many others who come to really enable the chapel spaces to happen. Thank you again for the work that has gone into this year. And then for all those who have been part of Liturgical Chapel in this last year, our SALT team members, our band, all those who have been on the various other teams that have helped out with it, and those of you who have come, and even if you thought you might come but didn't get a chance to this year. Again, we do mourn that we didn't get the chance to kind of wrap up the year, but through the various things that we got to do, celebrating Eucharist, through reading Scripture, through singing and so many other things together. Our hope and prayer is that you will take those kinds of practices and incorporate them both now, even maybe in a different way, but even going forward in the months and years ahead in your walk with Christ.
And I want to give a shout out to everybody who participated in discipleship or mentoring this year. What an incredible year it's been. And we're even so blessed to hear about stories of those of you who have continued even in this time of us being far apart from each other. But what an amazing testimony of your commitment to follow Jesus together. Thank you for participating and being part of that amazing ministry. And of course, we can't forget our crew that has helped with evening prayers, coming together to make that such a special and sacred space. Thank you to everyone who participated in evening prayers. Can't wait to see what God's going to do as we come back together in the fall.
And lastly, to our seniors, the class of 2020. We have been praying for you. We've been thinking about you. We love you. And we want you to know that we are proud of you. We celebrate you. And as we come to the end of this academic year, know that APU is better because you were here. And likewise, we hope that you also will take what you've learned and how you've grown at APU, go into the world and be salt and light that God has called you to be. I want to leave you with a blessing. It's an Irish blessing, and it reads like this. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Now, a few words from our university president, Dr. Paul Ferguson, and our vice president for student affairs, Dr. Shino Simons.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for letting me participate in this end of year chapel. How great it is to be together, even if it is online. First and foremost, I want to say congratulations for coming through a very successful and challenging semester. Who would have known we'd been in this situation? But congratulations on completing it, doing good work, running the course. Secondly, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being patient, for being adaptable, for being resilient, and probably one of the most significant and abrupt changes in your college career. We have seen faculty, staff, and students work wondrously together in a very short period of time. So I am so grateful and so proud of all that you've accomplished in a very short period of time. So as we celebrate our end of year chapel, I simply want to say, congratulations, well done. I'm so very proud of you.
Hey, APU. I hope you are doing well. I miss seeing all of you on campus, and I miss being on campus doing life with every single one of you. And in this season of unknown, the season that we could not have imagined or anticipated, I hope and pray that you feel comforted knowing that God is with us. In John 14, verse 27, Jesus talks about the peace that he gives and how that peace is different than what the world gives, and that we should not be afraid. So I hope and pray that his peace fills your mind and your heart today, and that you experience his presence. You are entering into your finals week. I know it's a lot of work for many of you, so hang in there. You got this. You will finish well. Make sure you study. And for you graduating seniors, congrats. You did it. You are done. And I am looking forward to celebrating with all of you in the near future. So coming up next is a recording that was done by your chapel band leaders. And I hope and pray that this song will bless you. And we will also participate in a small tradition that we've had for a while. So I look forward to doing that with you as well. Be blessed.
The Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon face toward you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Amen. 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 May the Lord bless you and keep make his face shine upon you and be gracious to may the Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Oh, and may the Lord bless you and keep make his face shine upon you and be gracious. May the Lord turn his face toward and give you peace and give you peace. We sing Amen. 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 We sing Amen. Amen.
Do you remember your welcome weekend where we came together to light these candles? And we were reminded that we are called to be his light. And so go and be his hands and feet. Go and share his light with the world that desperately needs it. Be the light.
May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family and your children and their children and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family and your children and their children and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family and your children and their children and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May his presence go before you, and behind you, and beside you, all around you, and within you. He is with you, he is with you. May his presence